There you are.
Hello. Yes, I am here.
Hi.
Okay. I'm just getting myself set up here
Are you still sick?
a bit. I am a bit sick. Yes.
I can hear your voice.
All right. Hold on. We got to get rid of this live stream that's feeding back of myself. Hi, Steven. Okay, so to my streamers outside of Zoom, I have some of my patrons here on Zoom, and then we're streaming out to the rest of the world. So when you hear me talking to people, that's my patrons here on Zoom. And I will just spotlight
Hello.
myself so that you can see. So hi Steven. Good to see you on here. Hello, hello. Yes, Michael, I am still a bit sick. Or my voice sounds a bit sick, but I couldn't pass up doing a little celebration for the EP. So we're working with it nonetheless. um Here I'm just gonna quiet myself in many places here. So yeah, thank you for tuning in. Whether you're here with me on Zoom or on YouTube, we have some folks on YouTube. I can see. Hi Ray, good to see you. It's just me, so excuse the the technical technical parts. Part live stream host, part little gadget girl. But thank you guys. I just wanted to do some sort of little celebration, like I said, of this EP that means so very much to me. That's been a long time in the making and a real soul journey creating. So it's very good to have it finally out in the world. Um, I want to play you a song that started the whole thing called Alive, the beginning of this project. And I think I'll play you the song first and then tell you a bit of the backstory. And I have a friend here I'm going to bring on as well who can speak to that a little more. So Aniol, I'll call on you to chat with me soon after I play this song if you don't mind. Um, can you hear me okay? Everything sounds good? Okay. All right. This song is called Alive. And I wrote it during the depths of quarantine times. I was home in my hometown north of Boston. And it's a little seaside town by the ocean, and the houses are all very close together and colorful. And during that time, I would walk every day in the old part of town by the ocean and by the little houses. And I remember looking in the windows and seeing families cooking dinner and playing board games and reading the paper. And I saw so much life. This story sounds a bit creepy and in retrospect, me looking in people's windows, but I saw so much life in this quiet, kind of understated way. And that felt like such an interesting contrast against this idea that the world was ending basically, and everything was closed down. There was an openness and an aliveness to the sort of stillness of that time. And I wrote this song thinking about that. And then it took me on a magical, amazing journey that is this EP. But I will play you the song first before telling you the rest of the story. So this is Alive. You said, take it, it's yours. Like there is such a thing. Like the world doesn't hang from an odorless string. So I open my hands and I give it all back again. And there I ask if falling in love is a thing of the past. The higher the stakes, the sweeter the task. 'Cause here in the night, just one single song will put a bird into flight. There is nothing left to be but alive. Ooh, hey, As I walk the streets in my little town, the shadows they move through each little house. How simple it must seem from above looking down. And there I ask if falling in love is a thing of the past. The higher the stakes, the sweeter the task. 'Cause here in the night, just one single song will put a bird into flight. There is nothing left to be but alive. Ooh, hey, hey, hey. Thank you. Thank you, guys. I'm in Berlin, by the way. This pretty European looking window. It's good to be here. All right, so I am going to ask my friend Aniol. Hello to you guys in the chat. Hi, Sebastian. Sebastian, thanks for pre-ordering the EP. It's coming to you soon. I just saw your name on my pre-order list. Don't send any viruses our way. Many, yes, I am recovering from COVID, by the way, which is why my voice sounds like it does, but I will use that as a plug to tell you to listen to the actual EP version because I sing much better on there because of the COVID, but it will be gone soon. Okay, I'm gonna ask my Theo, my friend Aniol here, if we can chat. I will add you to the spotlight. Okay, this is Aniol. This is the
Hello.
engineer, connector. He made this project happen in more ways than one. Aniol runs a recording studio outside Barcelona called The Sound of Wood. And he had found my music when I was, how old, Aniol? I was, like, it was 10 years ago, no?
I think it was like 15 or 16 or so. What?
Okay, I was 15 or 16. So it was like, yeah, it was
Yeah.
about 10 years
Yeah,
ago
10 years ago, yeah.
that Telefunken, a microphone company that is now based in New England, where I'm from, had done a live session with me when I was, a baby, teenager. And as Aniol is an audio engineer, that is, of course, of interest to him, Telefunken microphones. And he found this video of me singing a song on there when I was a baby and followed my music ever since. And I remember seeing your name on a pre-ordered CD or on a CD order because I remember being like, wow, this is a really complicated name, this long Catalan name. And I remember writing and mailing a CD to you and being like, oh my God, somebody in Spain, somebody in Barcelona knows my music. Fast forward to 2019. I'm on tour in Germany. Aniol sends me a message and says, oh, you're in Europe. I hope someday you'll come to Barcelona. I went and looked at his page, his Instagram, found a singer, an album that he had recorded by an artist named Judith Netterman, and fell in love with this one song on it called Bing Tum Poble. And listened to it every day during quarantine. And then finally wrote this song that I just played alive and sent Aniol a message and said, hey, I know I had this feeling that something about this girl's, about Judith's music, her voice, her essence, the project, connecting with Aniol. I had this feeling that there was something there that I needed to pursue. And I sent Aniol a song of mine called Alive, the one I just played. And I said, hey, can we work on this remotely? Because the whole world is shut down at this point. And he said yes. And he enlisted Pau Figueres, the guitar player and producer of the project. And they sent me back Alive, literally as it is now on EP. The vocal is the same, and it was just this. I remember listening and saying, "Oh my God, it's the most me thing I've ever made," and I wasn't even there. How do these people understand me so deeply, sonically, creatively, from an entirely different culture? And yeah, and then I went to Spain as soon as the borders opened and made an EP that is my favorite thing that I've ever made, and we became fast soul friends.
Yeah.
So, here he is, Aniol, who made the whole thing happen. Oops, I have another person I'm letting in here. Yes. Thank you for coming
Thank
on.
you.
I guess I just told the whole
Thank
story
you.
for you, didn't I?
No,
I got so
it's
excited
perfect.
I told everything.
You told it perfect. No worries.
Yeah. Well,
it will be like a year ago since you came here with others, right?
exactly. Yeah. Yeah, it was 1 year ago, August, that we started that we worked in the project. It was all just done in 3 weeks in Spain, and then ever since we've been releasing singles. But it's exactly 1 year ago, August, exactly.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, a lot has happened on a year.
A lot
Crazy.
has happened, and it remains though the most magical creative experience of my journey, to fly to a foreign country surrounded by strangers. Aniol picked me up at the airport at the beginning of that journey. And again, we'd never met. I never met him. I'd never met Pau, the producer. And May, the filmmaker who made the video for Awake in Berlin, she was with us at almost all the sessions. She made some beautiful live sessions you've probably seen too. And I'd never met any of them, and we spent every day together for 3 weeks making this project. But Aniol picked me up at the airport, and we got a flat tire on the way home, on the way back to the studio. And it was the beginning of a amazing adventure. And there's more to come. We were working on new music back in March, but this EP is the first baby, the first project. So it feels good to have it out before moving forward with new things.
Yeah.
Hi, Ray. Ray Masuko says hello. Moved over to Zoom from YouTube. Good to see you, Ray. To my folks on oh, there you are. Hi, Ray. I didn't see your face. I was just reading the good to see your face. Hi. To my folks on YouTube, I have a Patreon, and my patrons have also been in the loop on this whole EP process over the past year. So it's cool to have some of them here on the Zoom. That's who you see me talking to on Zoom. Those are my patrons. Even Aniol is one of the patrons, but sometimes Aniol, I'm afraid to share unreleased mixes because I know that you're the actual mixing engineer and you might scold me for releasing things before they're ready.
No, it's fine. It's fine. No worries. It's nice.
Yeah. Well, thank you for understanding my music in the deepest way and bringing together my favorite project to date. Do we have a tip jar today? No. No. I can post my PayPal my PayPal PayPal me link. If you're looking for it, that's always welcome. But it's just a little celebration about the EP and just having a hang in a chat. Aniol and I were texting and saying we should do something, so it's just a free gathering to chat. My voice isn't. Oh, okay. I can try and change that. I am gonna play you guys the title track of the EP of the whole project. It's called "In the Good Light." If you haven't heard it yet, these songs are. I mean, we had Pau Figueres. We had a world-class, masterful musician, the most creative, emotive, amazing player I've ever had the blessing of being in the room with while they play. So, please check out the recorded versions because the guitar parts, everything are so carefully curated and reimagined. Me playing them with my guitar, yes, that's how I wrote them, but to me, how they are on that EP is how they're meant to be. So playing this song without Pau is not the same. So please check out the EP version. But this is the title track, "In the Good Light." And very carefully mixed, mastered, everything by Aniol. Pau played everything on it, every instrument except for the bass on this song, actually, which was his brother, Arnau Figueres. And Aniol recorded, mixed, mastered, did everything else. So it was quite literally a 3-person show. I mean, with that help from Arnau on that one song playing bass. I sang, Pau played everything, and Aniol mixed, mastered, recorded everything. So we kept a tight team, and we did a lot with just 3 people.
Yeah.
I remember I was looking for something to hang my head on, hungry for a feeling even I could not yet name. And I only meant to thank you, but instead I said I'm sorry. And now you're looking at me like you might not look at me the same. But don't you wanna see me, don't you wanna see me in the good light? Ooh, don't you wanna feel it, don't you wanna know the best of all? That there's 100 people talking and it hasn't crossed a single one's mind that you and I are here at all. And the problem solver in me thinks that you might be my problem. But I tried that one before and it never quite lives up. And I wish that it was simple just to tell you how I'm feeling. Like feeling on its own wasn't difficult enough. But don't you wanna see me, don't you wanna see me in the good light? Ooh, don't you wanna feel it, don't you wanna know the best of all? There's 100 people talking and it hasn't crossed a single one's mind that you and I are here at all. I know you wanna see me, don't you wanna see me in the good light? Ooh, you wanna feel it? Don't you wanna know the best of all? That there's 100 people talking and it hasn't crossed a single one's mind. That you and I are here at all. That you and I are here at all. Yes, in the good light. That's it. Oh, moin moin aus Germany. Hello. Yeah, we got to go back to Telefunken. I told you guys that Aniol found my music originally through this one live session at Telefunken Labs in South Windsor, Connecticut. And 10 years later, now that we made this EP, Pau and Aniol and Ame, our whole crew was in Boston just this past April. And we got to go back to
March.
Telefunken Studios together and do a live session. And there's one of that song of In the Good Light that's acoustic and stripped down. It's just Pau playing the Spanish guitar and me singing. And it's fun. Check it out. We managed to put Spanish guitar on every single song on the EP. So that's a little thread, but never. It's like, it's amazing. There are little moments where you can feel that it was made in Spain, or it has some little flair, like on Something's Gonna Hurt, or we put in a beautiful instrumental part by Pau that we titled Einsamkeit. But other than that, it feels like me, Haley in Spain. I love it. It's my favorite thing. I'm just checking. Hi, Berlin calling. Sebastian, we said hi. Petey, hi, Petey. Thanks for the claps. All right. Well, I think I'll play you guys one more song and then leave you. I just wanted to pop on and commence a little bit somehow the release of this. I do these more regularly on Zoom with my patrons. If you like this kind of thing, I have a Patreon that you can join, and we do these Zoom hangs once a month. I play new music and we chat. Otherwise, I'm a little shy about live streams, but I'm being brave for the EP release. But yeah, thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you, Aniol, for coming and hanging.
Thank you.
I'll play you the most recent song. A lot of the songs were already out as singles, but this is the last track on the project, and was the last to be released. I wrote this with a songwriter friend of mine named Ryan O'Reilly. And hi, Kathy. This is why I'm I'm so ADD with these things. Hi, Kathy. Greetings from Northern California. Hello, Northern California. Good to see you. Thanks for tuning in. Yeah, I wrote this with a friend of mine named Ryan O'Reilly, and it's about all the time that I've spent traveling in Europe the past few years, touring, sleeping on people's couches, staying with strangers, having this kind of grand adventure. And that's meant so much to me, not only as a musician trying to share my songs with people and build some sort of universe around my music, but also just as a young person trying to figure out who I want to be in the world, who I am to begin with. And I knew that I wanted to write a song about that, but it felt like too big of an idea, like more of a novel than a song, you know? How was I ever gonna squeeze all of my complicated feelings and emotions and memories about these traveling times into one 3-minute thing? And then at the end of this very long tour in 2019, I don't think I'd been alone in like 3 weeks. I was so full on, and I played every day. And I had a friend traveling with me all over Europe. We went to Germany, Austria, Switzerland, Sweden, all over the place. And after 3 weeks, I dropped my friend at the airport in Zurich, and I was going to drive alone to Munich. And the moment my friend got out of the car, the moment they closed the door, and it was the first time I've been alone, and the whole first half of this song just poured out of me. It's like it was already written. It was just sitting in the ether somewhere waiting for me to have literally 3 minutes to pull it down. And so I did, and then I could not finish it. I tried and I tried and I tried, and I chased this little song around my head for a year and a half, and I couldn't find the rest of the song. And then when COVID happened and quarantine happened, I had all this time to process everything that had happened in the years prior. Finally, with Ryan's help, I was able to finish the song, and I cried when we finished it because I finally felt like we'd found it, and it was an idea I didn't think that we could put into a song, but we did. And then I brought it again. Moral of the story, I keep coming back to this. I brought it to Spain. I brought it to Aniol and Pau, and the song became somehow more itself. The way that Aniol recorded it and the way that Pau played, it was just so intuitively brought out the heart of the song. And we did it live. Pau played live, and I sang in the room with him, just 2 mics. We were facing each other, and there's 2 Spanish guitars on it, but the first one was live, just us, face to face, and it's my favorite track on the EP. I think it's the most simple and the most stripped down, but the most emotional for me because of this amazingly important chapter in my life that this song represents, and just because of how much that performance and that take meant to me, and how Aniol and Pau captured the heart of the song so well. So this is The Little Sadness, written with Ryan O'Reilly. Thank you guys so much for tuning in and hanging out, listening to me babble. Hi, Andrew Wallace. Thanks so much. Thanks for coming. Yeah, I hope that you like the new EP. Please listen and share and put it on your playlists and all the above. It means so much to me, and I'm so happy to finally share it. Okay, The Little Sadness. My special low COVID voice edition. On the long ride to Munich, I was glad to be alone. I saw the future like a blanket on the foggy mountain roads. When it was too late to go back and too early to call home, I thought everyone I love is asleep out there, and I've got all of this new life I've gotta put somewhere. I've gotta put somewhere. A man whose name I can't pronounce, and a waitress he'd once loved, took me dancing in a part of town that they were both fond of. When it was too late to go back and I had nowhere to call home, I thought Everyone they love is asleep out there, and I'm just passing through on my way somewhere, on my way somewhere. And here comes the little sadness. Here comes the little sadness again. 'Cause you can't take you with you, but for a moment I'll pretend. No, you can't take you with you in the end. On the night of some election, we were walking in the park. It was dusk and there were people out, guns strapped upon the guards. And I was noticed by some strangers as they waited for the train. Someone was talking about America and asked me to explain. And I said, everyone I love is asleep out there, and I forgot I have a life of my own somewhere, of my own somewhere. And here comes a little sadness. Here comes the little sadness again. Like a story I won't tell you, like a letter I can't send. 'Cause you can't take you with you in the end. No, you can't take you with you in the end. Guys, okay.